In this video, you will be knowing that despite having a credit card, how many features can be used by you apart from taking credit from the bank. Because understand, if you utilize this card to its maximum potential with you being smart, it is a bonus and positive news for you only. It's not for anyone else. Hi, this is Anirudh Bellari here. Welcome to the 54th video of Your Best Financial Life series. In this video, as I mentioned, you will be knowing what are these missing things which people usually don't use when they use their credit card. The first and most important thing which I'm going to tell you over here is nothing but which I have seen is called your credit card points. Now, what does this points mean? See, understand when it comes to credit card. Now, what is the meaning of this word credit card? Credit card is nothing but you take a short-term repayable type of a small loan from a bank which funds you money in the current scenario, but you need to repay the bank within 30 days. Now understand, why was this credit card concept eventually started? This concept was started because there are a lot of people who like to buy with the bank's money. Now, what happens when you buy with the bank's money? When you buy any particular good or item, in the next month, if you do not pay, example say for the month of July, there is this person, whatever his name is, he has spent around 10,000 rupees from his credit card. In the month of August, I'm writing this here, 10,000 spent in the month of July. In the month of August, if he fails to pay this 10,000 rupees, do you know what will happen? The bank has full right to add a lot of percentage on this 10,000 rupees. Now, what is lot of percentage? See, I might not be clear on the exact percentage amount of how much credit cards they usually add. It should be around maybe 10 to 15% if I'm not wrong. So 10 to 15% on 10,000 is a very big amount. 15,000 on, 15 percentage on 10,000 is nothing but your 1,500, which comes around to 11,500. Now, anywhere between 11,000 to 11,500 is where the user has to pay if at all he fails to pay the bank the 10,000 rupees in the month of August. This is what usually happens and how the banks earn from people who default their credit card payments the next month. But the fact to understand over here is how you can use these credit cards extremely smart and wisely. See, in today's day, you have so many different credit cards. Now, as a viewer, why should a person buy this particular bank's credit card or get this particular bank's credit card? Why? There should be something behind that particular person getting that credit card, right? Apart from the fact that he has a bank account with that particular bank, but say for example he has 5 bank accounts, does that mean he will have 5 credit cards? It fully depends on the person and how he uses his credit cards, because the most important thing here is how you keep your mindset under control when you use these credit cards. Because as I mentioned, you are taking credit from the bank, and for you to repay that at least in 30 days, you have to remember it, because that's the most important thing. You may eventually get a message that you owe the bank 10,000 rupees, and if you fail to do it, you know what is going to happen. But according to the video where I started my opening sentence, I mentioned about the type of rewards. Now, what are the types of rewards you usually get? As I mentioned, points is one. Second, you may have your airport lounge access. Now, in certain credit card, what happens when you go to a particular airport, if you have, say for example, A credit card. A is the name of a bank. I'm not taking any real example because I want to be on the safer side. So A credit card you take, CC is nothing but your credit card. A credit card you take, you go to your particular city's airport, and there, if at all you want to chill out or you want to be comfortable in an airport rather than waiting with in a normal place in the airport, in the terminal or wherever, you rather access the lounge because of the credit card you have. Now see, this particular credit card will give you an upper edge over the other people who don't have it. That's what makes the credit card special in your hands. This is another example. Now when it comes to points, how useful are these points is what a usual question is asked. See, I don't know the exact amount of rupees, but say a hypothetical example. For a 10,000 rupees of purchase, for say a 10,000 rupees of purchase, for example, this A bank is ready to give out, say, 100, or you can say, okay, I'll just make it even more better, 1,000 points. P is nothing but points. For 10,000 rupees, the credit card company is, I mean the bank A is ready to give 1,000 points. Now if you have a spending of say 50,000 rupees, what happens? For 50,000 rupees, you get at least 5,000 points, if I'm not wrong. Now, over a period of time, in a year you have 365 days. Now, in 1 year, or you can say at least 3-4 years, or how much ever time, you keep using your credit card, but you are extremely smart on how you repay the money back, because it is not about you borrowing the money. For you to pay back the money is what is the real deal. But if you are able to borrow and repay it and also get the benefits, then my friend, you are an absolute expert, because you are using that particular credit card at its maximum potential, despite the fact that you have 5 bank accounts or how much ever bank accounts. You know that this bank which issues the credit card gives a lot of points, and you actually use it. Now say for example, in a matter of 4 years, okay, in a matter of 4 years, what happens is your total points accumulated, say, comes to 20,000. Now what do you mean by 20,000 points? 20,000 points is nothing but 2 lakh rupees, which is a very huge amount, which will come only with time. Time as in 3 or 4 years. Now this was the say example, this first year, second year and fourth year. Just adding up the points. Now with 20,000 worth of points, what can you do with these points? Now see, I cannot relate with someone else's example because I have not heard it, but I can surely tell you about my example. The phone with which I'm recording this video right now costs around, I bought this phone in 2023, and if I'm not wrong, it costed around say 45,000 or something. Okay, say whatever, say it was 45,000. Now I'll write it down here. 45,000 rupees was the phone cost. Okay, this is the phone cost. I'm not writing phone here. Now, what did my dad do while buying this phone? Because remember, that time I was in college. Now I have graduated college. That is the reason I did not buy my own phone with my own money. So this is a nice, decent example. A 45,000 rupees phone, my dad had a lot of credit card points. Now with this credit card points, he had points up to 20,000. Now what does that mean? For 20,000 rupees, if I'm not wrong, he gets 20,000, I mean 20,000 points. Now when he ordered this phone, from an e-commerce website, for each point, if I'm not wrong, for each 1,000 points, you get one card. So for each 1,000 points, you get one card. Now, what is this card? This is nothing but a gift card. Now, what is the meaning of gift card? For every 1,000 points, you get a gift card, and on the gift card, behind the card, you will have a particular voucher number. Now, when you use the voucher number and add it to your e-commerce website before making any purchase, you can get a discount. Now, every card, as I said, 1,000 points is equal to one card, which is nothing but 1,000 rupees. It looks small. Now, because of this 4 years of accumulation, my dad could have at least 20,000 points, which I told you, which is nothing but 20 cards, 20 gift cards. GC, I'm writing here, gift cards. I don't know if it's visible or not, but I'm just mentioning it. GC is nothing but gift cards. Now, with 20 gift cards, what happens? I told you, for one card is equal to 1,000 rupees, then 20 cards is equal to how many rupees? Obviously 20,000 rupees. So my dad used a 20,000 rupees, which is equal to 20 gift cards on this 45,000 rupees. So 20,000 gets minused here, which brings down the value to 25,000 rupees, right? Now, from this 25,000 rupees, my dad, we sold our previous phone, for which we got another like around 5,000 rupees. Now our 5,000 rupees came from where? It came from selling the previous phone. So 25,000 rupees minus 5,000 rupees will give you 20,000 rupees. Now with 20,000 rupees, when my dad had to make the payment, he used another credit card. Because he has more than one bank accounts, he used another credit card. As a result, he got more 3,000 rupees discount. Because of this, what happened? He had to eventually pay, I'll just round off and tell, 16,999 rupees, which is nothing but 17,000 rupees. If you see the calculation, this is the price of the phone which I was going to buy. 20,000 rupees gift points, gift cards, whereby each card is giving you 1,000 points. So 20 cards. So, each card is 1,000 rupees. So 20 cards is 20,000 rupees. Subtract it, you get 25,000. I sold my old phone and got 5,000 rupees out of it. So 20,000 remains. And while my dad was making the payment, he used another credit card whereby he got 3,000 rupees as offer. Now see, a 45,000 rupees, he bought it at 17,000 rupees, which is nothing but, if you say 50%, almost 70%, around 65 to 70% of discount he got for buying this current phone in which I'm recording this video. See, that is how, I'm not telling this is one of the best purchases that my dad has done. No, it's not about all of that. It is for you to understand how valuable these points are if you use it at a proper pace and proper rate. But for you to accumulate these points, it requires a lot of patience, because remember, not everyone can wait for 4 years and can keep swiping a credit card and next month paying the amount without dueing the amount. What is dueing the amount? As I mentioned, that 10 to 15% you have to pay as extra added income to the bank if at all you're not able to pay your credit cards on time, right? So for you to maintain this habit of actually using credit cards sharply, because you should be very clear that before the next month, say example, I don't know, but for different banks, there is a different day and date, whereby before that date, like say example for this bank named A, before every 5th of the month, the amount has to be returned back to the bank. Say for example, my dad made a payment on 6th of July, Now 6th of July, if he has made the payment, at least before 5th of August, he has to return this amount to the bank. Otherwise, if he doesn't return it, you very well know what is going to happen. He has to pay that extra added cost over here. This is why it becomes very important. Now see, as I mentioned, from points to lounge to say movie discounts, another you have your movie discounts. Movie discounts as in while buying the theater ticket, you can avail a discount of whatever which comes if at all you use that particular credit card while buying the ticket. Now see, this video should not be considered as a promotion for any kind of credit card. No, this is not a promotion. This is ways by which you can use your money to your maximum utilization, because understand, it is very easy in today's day to give cash or to use debit card as in whatever amount is there in your bank account, wherever you spend that money, it goes from your bank account. This is very easy and normal. But for you to actually use the credit system, for that you have to be mentally sharp. You should know which is the date before which you need to make the payment and how many points you'll get and what can you achieve with those points. If you have all this clarity with you, my friend, and if you use this properly, and if you have that commitment to wait for at least 2-3 years to make any big purchase with those points, then it is worth the wait. I know for 3-4 years getting this 20 gift cards seems like a small amount. 20,000 is like a small amount, but no. Every gift card, every 1,000 rupees is actually a big thing, because understand, every hard-earned money takes a lot of hard work to earn it. That's why nothing should be taken for granted. And when you have all of these features with you, the credit card and all, you need to be extremely sharp at using it. As I mentioned it, this is like a repetition point. Now see, there are many more places, like if you use it for booking a flight, you may get the discount. And there are so many other places. Now where do people go wrong is the most important thing. See, usually where people go wrong is, there are a lot of people who use credit cards. They use credit cards, but they don't have clarity on by when they need to make their payment, or even if they have the clarity that before the month of 5th, day of 5th, they need to make the payment, they don't actually either don't remember, or somehow or the other, they due the payment. And as a result, what happens? It creates a bad CIBIL score in that particular bank company for you. What is the meaning of this word CIBIL score? It's nothing but before you take any loan, the bank will see the pace at which you return back the money. Now see, for gaining trust in any individual, you need to deploy trust. How will you deploy trust? By showing what you can do. So for getting loan from a bank, why will any bank even allow you to take the loan in the first place? Obviously, you need to have a collateral. Then your CIBIL score needs to be high, whereby the bank will understand that before 5th, if you keep making your payments, if you stay in that good CIBIL score, then any day if you require a loan, the bank will be ready to pay you. Loan as in, it could be your short-term loan or your long-term loan. Long-term loan is nothing but more than 1 year. Short-term loan is nothing but less than 1 year. Simple. So yeah, it's all about mindset and all that here. Nothing to get confused about. And having many credit cards is also not a problem, as far as you train your brain which is the right credit card you use and all. Now see, this is actually a gameplay by where these credit card and bank people make money, because not a lot of people actually repay their amount on time. But I don't want that for you, right? That is why I'm here with this video. See, it's your wish whether you want to agree to this video or not agree. It's very well and fine. But for me, as a personal finance educator, I want to give this knowledge to you because I consider it important for your financial life. Okay? Now, before moving on to the next point, I hope you can have a clear understanding of what I've written here. Because see, every small information or knowledge could be useful to you in some or the other way. Like, I'll give you an example. A teacher in my 12th standard, she told me these small words that, you know what, Anirudh, you have a lot of potential in you. And at that point of time, which was like around, I don't know how many years ago it was, I used to think, what kind of potential do I have? I'm a small child. 12th standard as in, I'm still a small child. What potential do I have? I don't even know my future. And today here, when I'm actually recording this video for you, I do understand what she said. Because everything becomes important. Okay? So let's move on to the next and most crucial point. Also, why the next point becomes important, as I have mentioned, is, see, before buying any particular item, in this example, a credit card, what you must mainly remember is which credit card to buy. So the question which credit card becomes important. Now see, I may not be the right person to give you any suggestion, and neither do I want to give you any suggestion, but I will give you a homework in this particular video of mine, whereby you actually go, and even with the help of Google, in today's day with the internet, you can even go to Google and your specific needs and requirements from any particular credit card in terms of vouchers, cards, discount, or whatever, you can ask. Because in today's day, when you have a lot of competition, like you say around, say for example, there are 10 credit card companies. Now, how will you know which credit card to buy? All can be looking good in terms of you buying. That doesn't mean you'll have all 10 credit cards. Say for example, you have to choose one or two. This is nothing but it's like telling, if you want to choose the best investment, which will you go for? You will obviously do your research, hard work. You will consult your financial advisor. Same thing here. You do your own research. You can ask your family members or whoever is an expert in cards, and then make your decision. Because understand, if a decision is made in seconds without thinking, then in the long term, it could have a lot of significant outcomes, which could be good or bad. That is why decision making here, when it comes to credit cards, become important. I hope you got value from this video. See, this video was not that what my dad did for me and all that. No, I'm not doing any promotion here. I'm just recollecting a past experience of mine which could be useful for your future. Because there are so many credit card companies which eventually want to sell you their cards. And for you to be a smart decision maker or a buyer, you need to understand the advantages and disadvantages of it. That's why I'm here with this video for you. If you did like this video, you can share it with a lot of people, because it gives me immense courage to come up on camera and to actually give you this knowledge. See, whatever I've told you should not be considered as any investment or financial advice or whatever. This is just my understanding and whatever I have been doing in my life and the learnings from other people around me as well. If you did find a lot of value in this video of mine, you can share it to a lot of people. You can as well subscribe to this channel as well. It is open for you. Anyone can come and watch this video. Thank you so much once again for your valuable time. I do respect your time, that you have given your time for this video. Thank you so much once again.